I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about 5 reasons why you should read the Falconer Trilogy by Elizabeth May. Now I have had these 3 books for over a year now and I hadn't read them yet. You know what it's like with me. I have way too many books, way too little time to read. And I'm just really happy that one day I was like, you know what, I want to read this book. So I've started with The Falconer, which is the very first one. This entire video will be spoiler free, okay? Because I really feel that not knowing anything about the trilogy as I kind of started reading it really helped me, and I felt that it was wonderful that way. So I don't want to spoil anything for you. The best way I can describe this entire trilogy is as, you know, there's a quote on the back of it actually from Sci-Fi Now, and it says, "A wicked cocktail of Jane Austen's high society and a Grimm's fairy tales," which is just such a perfect description of what this trilogy is like. As you may know, I love Jane Austen. I especially love how spirited her heroines are, especially during the time period, and our main character Elena Cameron definitely fits that description. And I think the genius of the series is how that kind of setup of high society, Jane Austen, Regency-ish kind of thing is mixed with the grittiness of the original Grimm's fairy tales. So apart from that original kind of concept, I absolutely love the setting. It's set in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and I feel that a lot of the kind of Celtic traditions and kind of culture are really well incorporated in these books. Not in a way that I'd be like, oh, what's going on? But in a way that just gives that flavour. It just makes the world more immersive. It makes the setting more realistic. Everything about the way it's set and the concept I just absolutely loved it. The third reason I think you should read this trilogy is that it does not have second book of a trilogy syndrome. The second book was probably my favourite, even though I absolutely loved the ending of the trilogy. I think the second book, plotting and pacing wise, was brilliant. But as a trilogy as a whole, this trilogy is just so satisfying. I think the first book took me a couple of days. I read the second book literally in one sitting on a Saturday. Like in one day. I just started reading early in the morning. It was done around 4 o'clock. It was amazing. And I haven't had this kind of reading one book in one sitting for such a long time. And kind of linked onto that, reason number 4 why I think you should read this trilogy is the character arcs and the character development. There's so much I want to tell you, but I can't because I don't want to spoil anything. But this trilogy deals with themes like grief and guilt outstandingly. Of course, no character is perfect, no person is perfect, and I feel that Elizabeth May has put enough realism into the characters that it doesn't become melodrama, it doesn't become over the top. It just makes it feel really, really real, and I really love that part. I really feel that the depth of the characters and the depth of that development, especially of the main character, like Elena is like such a great main character. I absolutely love her with all her flaws and her mistakes and everything. But I think this is the strength of the character arcs and of Elizabeth May's characterization of her protagonist and her antagonist and everybody in the book. I feel that none of the characters were like stock characters. None of them are flat. All of them had depth. All of them had, you know, history, agency, and that was just fantastic. And the fifth and final reason why I think you should read this trilogy is the romance. Yay! And you know I love a good like slow burn, and I love a good romance, and I love when it's really well developed and it goes deeper than just like I fancy you. This series has got that. Another thing I really appreciate about the romance is that it doesn't take away from anything else. It doesn't slow the pace, it doesn't slow the story down. It kind of becomes intertwined with the plot. It's just really, really well done. This is the kind of romance I want to see in more kind of series. It's not like the picture perfect Disney princess, oh my god I love you now. It is gritty, it's real. There are troubles, as there usually would be in these kind of high stakes situations, but the way it's handled again I think is brilliant. So there you have it. Those are my 5 reasons why you should read this trilogy. I could talk about a million other things, but again, this is all I can tell you without spoiling it. Go read it and then come talk to me about it, because I need people to fangirl about this series with. Please. So there you have it. That was my video for today. Do let me know down below in the comments if you've read the Falconer Trilogy by Elizabeth May, and if you haven't, is any of this sounding good to you? Do let me know. Let's chat down below in the comments. I am on holiday now for 2 weeks, so I'll probably film a couple more videos. So hopefully I'll be back properly now. I am planning a summer wrap-up video because, to be honest, I've had lots of reading slumps, but I think since like mid-June to about now, I have read a couple of books. So I kind of want to, you know, talk to you about what I've read, because that's kind of what we do here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when I've returned to YouTube properly. And I'll talk to all of you very soon in the next video. Bye!